Hello, everybody. I am Captain Nitin Joshi, Behavior Transformation Coach and Leadership Development Partner. And today I'm going to talk to you about self talk. What exactly is self talk? Self talk has also been referred to as the internal monologue or the internal critic. Simply put, self talk is our internal talk that tells us about ourselves, who we are, what we should do, what we should not do, what is good for us, what is bad for us, and so on and so forth. In other words, every talk that we have with ourselves, about ourselves, or maybe even with others, but about oneself, is known as self talk. It can also be defined as your concept of yourself or how you see yourself. What I think of myself is my self talk. What you think of yourself is your self talk. That, my dear friends, is what self talk is all about. So, where does this self talk come from? Well, most of it comes from the environment and our own personal experiences. When we are growing up, we get a lot of input from our parents, our siblings, maybe our grandparents, our uncles and aunts. They tell us what is right, what is wrong, what is good for us, what is bad for us, what we should do, what we should not do, and even what we are good at and what we are bad at. Going ahead, we start getting this kind of an input from our teachers, our friends, and even our colleagues. We also get this kind of an input from our environment and from our experiences. We succeed at something, we fail at something. We do very well at one area of life, we face a setback in another area of life. All these inputs and these experiences combine to form our concept of the world, and our concept about our own place in it. That, my dear friends, is our self talk. Now, if something is told to you continuously, repeatedly by the environment, by the people around you, and you meet a certain kind of an experience all the time, that belief becomes fixed in your mind. Self talk is no different. Every time we think about ourselves, or every time we even talk about ourselves, when we say things like, I am good at this, I am bad at that, I succeed at this, I fail at that, I can do this, I can't do that. We are indulging in self talk, but at the same time, we are also reinforcing that message in our own minds. We are making the image of self stronger and stronger. Now, self talk is an important thing because self talk is also your internal critic. Self talk is also your internal monologue. It also consists of your sense of morality and right and wrong. And every time there is not going to be someone around you to tell you what to do and what not to do. After a certain point of time in your life, you are expected to take your own decisions and have your own discretion about things to be done and things not to be done. That is fine. The problem, my dear friend, starts when, unknown to us, our self talk becomes our self limitation, our comfort zone. When our self talk actually starts restricting us from expanding our capabilities and going beyond the limits that we set for ourselves. In other words, self talk can also be our self limitation. And that is what we should guard against. You need to continuously keep monitoring your self talk. Whenever you talk about yourself, stop and think, everything that I'm going to say about myself, is it true? Can it be broken? Is there another side to it? And why do I believe it? Do this, my dear friends, on a continuous basis, and you will realize that many of the concepts that we hold about ourselves, especially many of the concepts about our limitations and many of the concepts about what we cannot do, are actually not true. And we have been holding ourselves back unnecessarily. It is very, very important for us to start monitoring our self talk on a regular basis. From today onwards, be aware. Every time you tell someone something about yourself, be aware that what you are doing is self talk. What you are doing is you are reinforcing a concept about yourself, not only in the minds of other people, but in your own mind and to yourself. And then ask yourself, am I limiting myself? Am I holding myself back? Or am I restricting myself from doing something which I may be able to do if I try hard enough? Start doing this and see the magical change that comes in your life. In my next couple of videos, I will tell you about how exactly you can monitor your self talk and break this chain of limitations and negativity. Till then, right from now onwards, start monitoring your self talk. Start understanding that every time you talk about yourself, anything positive or negative, you are reinforcing that in your own mind. Thank you for watching, and remember, always be yourself, be positive, and be happy.